time that we call out a player, they don't succeed, I guess, unless you're Raven, in which case Frozen is doing fantastic. So we do have one more game for you guys. It is going to be Tarei versus Napoleon, both competitors from the Hearthstone Championship Tour last year. And Tarei actually appeared at BlizzCon, I believe, in 2015. So these are some seasoned veterans.
That is true, and Tarei is... both actually players are running a lineup that is very common this weekend. Actually, the second most common lineup, which is double Reno decks, so Reno Warlock, Reno Mage, Pirate Warrior, and Aggro Shaman. They're running the same lineups here when it comes to the archetypes, but Tarei is ahead. We actually don't know which was banned, but I can assume it's Shaman. Both.
We would likely think it would be the Shaman.
But now you see the final game is between the mages, so it's a mirror match. Cora, do you think one is favored against each other?
It is tough to say. So this is a Reno Mage mirror, and in a lot of cases, Reno Mage can be essentially teched two different ways. You can tech against aggressive decks, or you can tech against control.
Yep.
The Rage Mage, which we've been seeing a lot of, has the Inkmaster plus the Pyroblast, and the Burgly Bully, which when combined with the Archmage Antonidas can create a lot of long-term value from fireballs. So if both of these lists are teched towards control with that in mind, then it's going to be very mulligan dependent. And certainly Kazakus will come into play, but if one is more towards aggro, then I would say the control tech deck is definitely favored.
Well, Tarei is actually running both Inkmaster Solia and Archmage Antonidas. So this is an important pick in this matchup. It all comes down to the fact, can he pull off, like an example, the 10 mana potion for 0, which would be insane. He already has Kazakus in his opening hand, and actually Napoleon has the Kazakus as well. So now it's all about how do I develop my board and how do I not put, not overextend, basically. So in this case, both players will be holding back on early plays, most likely just going for the pinks, and sometimes even, in this case Napoleon, what he can do is take advantage of the fact that Tarei played the Acolyte of Pain. He can ping it alongside Tarei and basically overload the amount of cards that Tarei has in his hand.
That's a very risky strategy, though, is the thing, because to have more cards in your hand obviously gives you more tools to be able to play proactively, which is what you want in this matchup. And actually taking a closer look at the lists, both players have Ice Barrier in addition to Ice Block. Tarei does have the Inkmaster Solia, and Napoleon does not. So Napoleon has the Alexstrasza, no Inkmaster, neither player has Pyroblast, and Napoleon has the Mind Control tech. So it does look like Napoleon's list is teched just slightly more towards aggro, but both players have the Frost Nova as well. So it's kind of a toss-up at this point, honestly. Both decks are about on even footing.
That is true, although that Inkmaster Solia might shift the scales. I would actually love to see that, because Solia was such a hyped card in the beginning when it comes to the previews, and it didn't see much play. So I would love to see it, on a big stage appear and make an impact, because that kind of set up a small storyline for the card. But in this case, it probably won't matter if it even will be drawn, because a card like Emperor Forsen kind of does the same. Reduces the cost of the potential spells, and basically you gain tempo by doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Inkmaster Solia personally. I know a lot of people consider it to be not integral in the deck, and I think you can certainly take it out and still find success. But it's most valuable when you're able to use it with something like a 10 mana Kazakus potion. And in this matchup, if you're able to Inkmaster Kazakus for 10 mana and get something like res 3 minions plus 6 health, your opponent has virtually no way of dealing with that. They've got Flame Strike and Blizzard, but to clear a board with that many stats is so difficult, Lothar.
That is correct. The only way that can do that is Doomsayer and Frostnova. And look at that!
That is a burned card. The Archmage Antonidas could be so critical in this matchup for Tarei.
Yeah, and he got burned. So Napoleon had the advantage of pinging the Acolyte of Pain to burn a card, and it was actually a crucial card. But at the same time, Tarei has now access to Dran into Kazakus, which is probably way better than just playing Antonidas. The one problem is the fact that now Resurrect won't hit Antonidas. Because it didn't get killed.
Yeah,
It just got destroyed.
That's really unfortunate. Obviously, the higher density of good minions that you play before you Kazakus means that your Kazakus potion, if you were to hit those pivotal board building choices, would be just that much stronger.
All right, so 10 mana potion. Second
These are
pick.
not the best choices.
Not really the best one. You don't want to draw cards because you're already filling up the entire hand. So as you said, the best options are just to build up a insane board when it comes to the amount of minions with the insane HP. So the Resurrect plus 6 HP is like the best one possible. But other than
The 8/8
that,
demon is really good. Even in some cases, put 3 demons into your hand can be okay. But it's very hard to get your hand empty enough to be able to put 3 more cards in it and then still not burn another card.
That is correct. Now let's see, this is a tricky choice for Napoleon. He has a brand of his own, but can he just leave his opponent's brand on the board as well? Kazakus was already played, so that's not a problem. Any other battle cries that are very annoying in this situation? There's one basically Manic Soulcaster. Maybe that would be actually good, but it doesn't really matter because it bounces this minion once.
And Tarei goes ahead and he burns another card. It is the Ice Barrier. Most likely will not be very impactful in this game. Inkmaster Firelands Portal is also really great value. It's a free 5/5 essentially, and in this case, the Draconid Operative, which is pretty much the best stats you're going to get for 5 outside of Earth Elemental.
Yeah, Earth Elemental is, I mean, that's the only card that's better. And you know what's funny? Now we can use the Manic Soulcaster and get the Dragon Operated into the deck, and you have Alexstrasza in your hand. But
That's
MC
gross.
Tech, MC Tech had an option to maybe steal it, but didn't work.
This is still a really nice
Oh,
steal, though.
look at that! That's the Manic
Wow.
Soulcaster.
You weren't joking. I think Kazakus is just always better.
Yeah,
but the
but I
Draconid
thought it actually
Operative
will die,
presents, it represents an interesting dilemma here. He is going to go with the Kazakus. The potential for 4 Kazakus potions in a
My
Reno Mage
God.
Mirror, I mean, that just wins you the game. Like, how does your opponent outvalue?
I have no clue. I have no answer. Now, that is just insane. 2 Kazakus in the deck. So drawing just one enables the other, and itself, of course.
Yeah.
So it's not a problem that you have multiple copies of it.
Thing is, if you draw Reno with 2 Kazakus in deck, your Reno is not active.
That is true, but at the same time, Tarei doesn't look like he's gonna die anytime soon.
29 health is pretty comfortable, I'd say.
Yeah, and he still has access to burn the creatures, right? So he can kill the Inkmaster Solia, which I would like to see. Frost Nova is actually decent this turn as well, because usually the Frost Nova doesn't really have any value in this matchup. So getting some value out of it this turn would have been okay.
Yeah, any value that you can really get from the aggressively teched cards in a control matchup, you're usually likely to just take it. So even the fact that Napoleon was able to get a mind control tech activation is really vital for him. It essentially means that this card does something other than just be a 3-mana 3/3 that could have been, an Inkmaster Solia.
Yep, that is true. The potions are still 2 turns away from being played. Again, a card that didn't have a lot of value in this matchup gets to see some play. Blizzard just dealing 8 damage. That's actually crazy when it comes to the mirror matches, right? So good turn from Napoleon. He finally gets to kill off the Brand Bronzebeard, but the damage is done already. 2 Kazakus in the deck for someone who kind of missed it 2 turns ago, to inform it that this is not a normal scenario, that someone has 3 Kazakus in a game, right? So
No, it's an extraordinary scenario. But looking at Napoleon's hand, he has access to brand Kazakus as well. So there is a possibility where Napoleon is able to brand Kazakus and just simply get better potions than Tarei. But now with this Alexstrasza, the aggressive Alexstrasza from Tarei, really putting Napoleon on a clock.
And he needs to find an answer against it. Because now an 8/8 minion is not really easy to remove. The Forbidden Flame allows him to do that. And maybe a combination of Fireland Portal to give yourself also a small board presence with the Forbidden Flame.
Yeah, you need to fight back somehow.
Will be
Napoleon
more
needs to get
valuable.
on this board.
Unfortunately, That's not a good 5-drop. I mean, this is literally a 3-drop. I don't know what is he doing here right here.
Yeah, Big Game Hunter was a great 3-drop, not such a good 5-drop. There
File
are
important got nerfed.
worse ones that he could have seen, but I would much rather have had a Draconic Operative. So Tarei with 8 damage to the face and 3 random demons in hand.
Did he just get
He's gonna
Jaraxxus?
pop
No.
the block.
Oh my
Cruelly
God.
Unshackled with Fearsome Doomguard and regular Doomguard. That is disgusting.
Oh my. I don't think I ever seen better 3 demons.
Whenever I take 3 demons, I get Blood Imp, Unlicensed Apothecary,
Hey,
Street
Blood Imp is
Trickster.
pretty good.
And we saw Blood Imp be pretty decent in our last match, but this is just phenomenal value from 3 demons. And Napoleon is forced to defensively Alexstrasza. He hasn't even had a chance to play his Bran Kazakus, which have been in hand for the last 4 turns.
That is like so insane that you don't have time to play your own Kazakus in the mirror match. That means that your opponent just was playing beatdown the entire game. How is that even possible? Right?
This is
not a
so
normal scenario.
sick. So, oh my god, Cruelly Unshackled doesn't work! He has 2 Kazakus in his deck.
Ah,
It can't
right.
activate. Tarei played the Cruelly Unshackled, expecting it to activate with the Fearsome Doomguard and the Doomguard because Cruel has the stipulation that it's a Highlander. If you have 30 unique cards, then it activates and pulls all the demons from your hand onto your field. There are 2 copies of Kazakus in Tarei's
my.
deck from the Manic Soulcaster and the Bran.
Oh my, this is the...
Talk about a swing
blowout.
turn.
Too bad we didn't see Tarei's, face on camera right
He
now.
looks very stoic. I imagine his actual face would look maybe a little bit more worked up than that.
Probably that's true. And now those 2 Doomguards are not really looking that great because, first of all, the normal Doomguard discards your cards, right?
Yeah.
You don't really want to do that when you already, kind of hold on to really crucial cards. Like an example, the Potion, Ice Block, right? So there's a lot of stuff that you need to do. But second Potion deals another 8 damage. That's 16 damage just from the Potion.
Tarei could close this out with either the Forgotten Torch and the Hero Power or
the
just the
Doomguard.
Doomguard. If Napoleon doesn't have a way to heal, and he is looking for it, he has the Refreshment Vendor in hand, which is going to heal him up for another 4. Picks up Ronin from the Cabal Courier. That's certainly a great value card in the mirror. But Tarei just still has
that's it.
lethal with Forgotten Torch and Doomguard. That's 8 exactly.
That is what he needed, and the Doomguard proves to be useful, even discarding, not really important cards. Not important at all because Tarei just wins the game, but what a crazy game. 2 Kazakus in the deck who made Cruel just, kind of useless. That's not a scenario you see often.
We do occasionally see where players will forget that they have 2 copies of a card in deck. Sometimes it's from Excavated Evil. Now in this case it was Manic Soulcaster and Bran Bronzebeard. It doesn't usually activate on a Cruelly Unshackled that's going to give you another 11 mana of free cards though, or it was actually 13 mana of free cards. So it did not end up, end up badly for Tarei. He still ended up being able to close out the game. Doomguard at the end of the day, that's 5 damage. That's practically a fireball that you got off of your Kazakus potion, which he already dealt 16 with both of them.
I'm still surprised that we didn't see more Doomguards already in those games because we have so much Fireland portals in this metagame, right? We have seen already 2 being played in this match. One was the Dragon Operative, the second one gave the Big Game Hunter. It's a crazy game with a lot of cards that shouldn't be in that game, right? So a really enjoyable match.
The Reno Mage is certainly a fun deck to play. We've got tons more crazy Hearthstone action coming up, so stay tuned. We'll be right back.